All right, hello and welcome. There is a new Ludus install out. So let me go to the docs really quick, go to the quick start, install, and let's see here. Looking at all these like pass mark scores and stuff. I'm actually looking to see if it was changed to 12.6. I used 12.5 in the past. I don't see anything that is specifying that. So, oh wait, is that 6? 12.6? Looks like 12.6. But anyways, as you can see, there's a cool new interface to installing Ludus. And so kind of want to walk through that. But before we do that, let's make sure the PC that I got, it's an older PC, matches what we need. So it looks like this is a Think Center. If I go ahead and look down here, I'll find the model number and such. And so what I will do there is look for it. So basically what I did is I just kind of look for the number. Basically, I just open up here. I can just say Google. I can type in think. Wait, let's see here. Think. Yep. Think Center. And this one specifically is an M710S. Yep, that's what it says right there. So I'll do that and say CPU bench marks. And then I should be able to find something about it. And so eventually I clicked on this site and I'm scrolling through and I'm just trying to like figure it out. Aha. So like here it is, kind of some stuff. It looks like it's 3 gigahertz or so. And it's this model, i5 7400. So I just copied that. And then I Microsoft Bing CPU benchmarks. Then I found the bench passmark area, clicked on that, went to here, search for your CPU model. Then here's the list. Clicked on there, paste that in. Looks like there's the 3 gigahertz version. So find my PC. Here it is. It looks like the passmark is less than the 6,000 that this recommends, but let's see how it works. We're just going to do it and see what happens. I forget how many gigs of RAM I have, but I'm sure it's fine. I have N2K NVE already, so that should be good. And I'll direct connect it. I won't do a Wi-Fi deal on it. And this is going to be, I'm going to just install straight up Debian 12. So let's get to it. So really, I'm just going to take my PC here. I'm going to find where this monitor will plug in. Plug it in to here. All right, that's plugged in. I'm going to find some kind of internet cable. But it needs to be plugged in. So let's see if I can figure this out. Well, I'm going to have to bring this down here. It won't go far enough, but basically I'll hook that up directly. All the things. Pretty much it'll be ready to go. I'll just put my USB stick that has Ventoy on it and powered on. So, one moment. It's now powering on. Let me make this closer to here. And this thing needs to be powered on too. Yeah, it'd be better if I was more prepared. But hey, you're probably going to be like this too. All right. Power on. Power on. So, Ventoy. Oh, yeah, cool. I need a keyboard. So, let me get a keyboard. Keyboard. Plug it in. USB style. And move down to my Debian 12. 12.5, and this is a net installer for my AMD 64. All right, I'll press enter. Boot normal mode. Welcome to Grub. Install the graphical interface piece. What up? All right, English, United States, American. Basically, this is just like next. Enter, kind of a deal. Let it load up. Again, I have a lower pass mark score. I'm installing Debian 12. And I'm using the net installers you see here. And yeah, we're just doing our stuff. So I'm going to say Ludus free. No domain name. Root password is something silly. For me, it's just going to be password. So I just need this to go. We'll say server admin will be my user. And then the password. Again, make up something fantastic. I'm going to make something up terrible. And then I'm going to select Pacific time zone. This says, let's see here, guided using largest continuous free. I'm just saying the entire disk right now. Because again, this is just kind of proof of concept that this is going to work. Whoa, on my bare metal. Yeah, go. This is going to be on, looks like I have a 2 terabyte SSD 980 Pro. So that's cool. And then we'll do all files on one partition like it says there. Then we're going to say, what does it say? The selected device already contains the following LVM logical volume groups, and physical volumes, which are about to be removed. Note this will also permanently erase any data currently on logic. Yeah, let's do that. Error. While deleting the logical volume VM112 disk on PVE could not be deleted. So it looks like I created a PVE earlier on this. So it looks like if I run into this kind of error, I'm going to have to do kind of a gparted kind of a thing. So I'm going to do a Control-Alt-Delete. Maybe not. See what it says with go back. I don't like any of this. So I'm just going to power it off. And then power it on. And then it should boot into my USB like it did earlier. All right, and I think I have gparted on here. Yep, this is gparted live 1.1, 20, whatever. AMD ISO, boot in normal mode, gparted default. Oh, the trials and tribulations of stuff. All right, so what does it say? Yeah, I don't really care. Let's just do a thing. 02, I believe, is the number for English for me. And then I want to do 0 to continue to start with the graphical interface. Yeah, now it's doing its thing. I probably need to find a mouse. All right. Mouse found. I have a mouse. Let me plug it in. Good Lord. All right. Plug it in. There we go. All right. Oh, geez. Great. I don't know what I did. Okay, workspace. Okay. Yeah, so what I need to do is most likely, let's see, what's going on here? Grub is on here. Unallocated LVM. NTFS unallocated. I think it's this PVE one. So let's just format it to ex4. I'm going to say, yep, I'm formatting over a non-empty LVM2 physical. Yep, non-empty, correct. Great. So hopefully, I don't know what's up with this grub piece. I don't know if we'll have issues with that. Hopefully we will not. But I'm just going to check mark this, say apply for that action that I tried to do. And then completed operations, it says it has done it. So I'm going to close it out. I'm going to, it says unallocated. Let's see here. No, I don't need to make a new partition. I don't think so. Do I? Maybe. I feel like I do. I feel like it needs to be an exe. So if I say Ludus 3 here for the partitioning and just say add, so it's going to create a primary partition 1 on here. So sure. Are you sure you want to apply a pending operation? Potential data loss. Yeah. Let's just do it. So that's done. We'll close it out. And now it's still unallocated. So, okay. If I go here, information. Go here on information. Sure. Quit. I'm going to quit. I'm going to exit out of here. Maybe. Maybe not. Things kind of slow. So maybe I can do a control delete. Or I can turn it off and turn it back on. Yeah, ideally, you'd want to get like a GM Tech K8. It's just awesome and has all the specs you need. It's super small. But sometimes people don't have that, so I am trying to see what happens when you use a smaller PC specs. All right, so we're back to this. Let's go back to Debian. Control 5, normal boot. Let's see if this helps any. So graphical install. English, yeah, we know the routine here. Just kind of enter again. Getting the DHCP. All right, so you keep it a host name like that? Okay, well, anyways, Ludus 3, domain name, nothing. Configuring the network, the root password again, just come up with something. Server admin. Okay. Specific. Please work this time. Okay, so again, we want to entire disk, 2 terabyte. We want to all the files on one. I think this is where we had a problem, but it looks like that fixed the problem with gparted, or maybe this is the part. So if you continue to do the changes, it'll be written to disk, all the good stuff. Okay, yep, do it. So maybe this was the problem? I can't remember. Anyways, it looks like it's going. That is fantastic. It's really hard to see what it says. Installing the base system. It's going to take a while. All right. Cool. So back to the documentation. We're kind of waiting to get to this area, so I can just select the SSH server and unselect these top 2 things. Let's see here. What else is interesting about all this stuff? So again, really to best use Ludus, it's best to have a physical device that you're installing on, like the physical device that I showed. Look it up, make sure it's 64 type stuff, bit Intel. Check out the CPU with passmark. Make sure it's kind of greater than, even though we're trying to do less. Again, use the Debian 12. Oh, looks like the thing stopped. So let's see here. United States. Yep, do United States. Do the debian.org at the top. Again, this is more like enter. No big deal there. So, yep. So requirements, again, it needs to support virtualization. It wants 32 gigs of RAM. We'll see how much I have and I'm going to be working with. And disk space, it wants at least 200, but I've got, as you saw, 2 terabytes of SSD, which is great. Of course, I have root access because I'm installing from this Debian device. And I used actually a cable because it says do not use your Wi-Fi. Don't do that. Let's see here. And then machines with lower specs than listed above may work. So this may work, but are not tested or supported. So for me, I really try not to troubleshoot or help people on Discord because it hurts my head because it takes so much time. I've tried to, support as many things as possible, but when I hit roadblocks, I just have to stop because I have other things I have to do. So, okay, where are we at? Configuring popularity contest. No. So press enter on that. And then, here we are. We're at that screen. So we're going to unselect this top one and this genome. And then we'll select the SSH server. And we will press the continue button here. We're over here. And it'll do its thing. Yep, once this is happening, then we can SSH over to it. So I think it even says it here. Let's see here. To install Ludus, use the installer script on the Debian 12 machine as shown below. It will extract the files into the opt Ludus directory and walk through the configuration values during install. So what's it say? Don't trust the binary? Well, I do. So yeah, we'll SSH into our Debian, which is this machine that's on the screen, which is AKA this physical machine right here. All right, looks like it's installing Grub bootloader. Cool. Finish install. So let me grab this. So we'll say this is this is my remote desktop manager. So I'm gonna add a folder. So I'm gonna call it Ludus 3 Lenovo. So that's what it is. And it's gonna create this right here. So if you want to know, let's see here, devolution. So if you want to get this remote desktop thing that I have, it's right here. You download it via here. No, don't download it now. But anyways, it's got like Windows, Mac, Linux, all the fun stuff. Do that if you want this interface that I have. Let me go ahead and I'm going to add a shell. So SSH here, select. And I'm looking at my screen over yonder. And so it looks like it says it's complete, all that stuff. Remove the USB. So down here, that would be this. So that's removed. And then I'll just press my enter key and it will finish installing. Easy Lenovo screen. And we'll get the IP here soon, but I'm going to name this Ludus 3 Lenovo. Host name is probably 192.168.0. something. Okay, so I can't quite see this, but I'm gonna log in with my user. So root, actually, server admin, enter, and then the password. And then I'll just say IP spacebar A, and then I'll get the IP address, which is, it looks like 106 is the end. So then we can come over here and do 106 with a username of server admin, like we have made out to be our weak password. Once you do that, open the session. We'll say, yeah, register the fingerprint, and boom. we're in this machine. So now we get to do all the fun stuff. So let's see here. If we pull up Ludus and we go to, again, the quick start area, the install, and it looks like it says SSH to the Debian. That's what we did. And the next thing is to curl using this. Hopefully I have curl on here. We'll find out. I'm also going to su to root. I don't know if it said to do that, but I'm just going to do su root. There we are. I'm a root. I'm going to paste this in. It doesn't have curl, so we'll do a apt install curl. And say yes. Can I turn off this sharing now? I don't know that I can. That's fine. Kind of fine, because you can't really see the far. There we go. Okay, anyway, so let me go back to this curl deal. We'll curl it. Yay, we got this prompt. So this prompt is new as of version 1.5. So let's look. What do we got here? Client install. We'll go here, it looks like. It's going to create a temp directory. Cool. It's good for the architecture. That's great. OS detected as Linux. Yep, because this is Debian. And it looks like it downloaded the client, the Ludus client, specifically version 1.5.1. So even newer than 1.5.0. And then it downloaded that client. Yep. Checksums. Cool. Then it is doing some other validation, and then it installed the client. And now, would you like to install the shell? Completion. So tab works with Ludus. Oh, tab completion? Yeah. So we'll do that. Looks like that installed. Would you like to install the Ludus server? That's what we're here for. Like, yeah. And then installing, oh, cool. Like, what's this? Like, the installer looks much better with a terminal at least 100 characters wide. Okay, we'll continue. I think we're good. Only run Ludus install on a clean Debian 12 machine that will be dedicated to Ludus. That's what we have. Again, we have a dedicated. That's dedicated. We, from scratch, Debian 12, directly wired in with Ethernet, and all that good stuff. So put this back here on the screen. Anyways, okay, only run the Ludus install on a clean Debian 12 machine that will be dedicated to Ludus. Do you understand? Yeah, I understand. I'm not bailing. Understand. Oh, this kind of went off the screen a little bit. So what is this saying? Pick a name for this Ludus Proxmox node. So I said Ludus 3. So I changed that. And then let's see here. Which interface has internet connectivity? Yeah, we saw that when we installed Debian 12, or at least I did. And then, yep, 106 is what is the local IP of this host? That is what it is, because that's how we got here. And then what is the public IP of this host? This is used for WireGuard endpoint. Again, I'm just right here, so that's what it's going to be, is this. Let me move this over a little bit, because it looks like there's more screen here. Okay. I don't see anything else really. Okay, so I'm just gonna press enter, 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 enter. Okay, what is the gateway? So my gateway, that's my gateway. Let me move this a little bit. Okay, cool. So you kind of see the configuration on the right here. That's nice. All right, so yep, that is my gateway. Netmask, yep, just simple. The pool store VMs in, just my local. I'm fine with that. Cacao 2, yep, again, I'm fine. But what does it say? Use Cacao 2 for directory storage, local. All right, welcome. We are back. And we no longer need to see inside my place or, the physical box that we're installing this on, because from here on out, we're just doing this kind of stuff. So, all right, we're going ahead and just press enter. All right, so let's see here. The suggestion is usually correct. What pool will this store the ISO files? So again, mine is going to be local. And then what new interface will be used to NAT out? That looks about right. And it looks like VMB 1000. That's about right. Local, yep. Should user be allowed to add Ansible roles? Should users be allowed to add Ansible roles? Admins can always add Ansible roles. I guess we'd have to think about how we're architecting this and if we're using this as a workshop or just what we're using this for. But for right now, I'm just going to allow all because it's just me at the moment and I haven't thought this through. So allow. It looks like the suggestion is usually correct. Are we ready to install? Wait, no. I think we are. So over here looks like is going to be the config, and that's great. And so we'll just we'll do that. All right. So Ludus install will cause the machine to reboot twice. Install will continue automatically after each reboot. Check the progress of the install by running Ludus install status from the root shell and then starting install now. Okay, so installing the Ansible with pip, update apt cache, installing Python 3-pip. Okay, cool. I guess that is the one thing by me removing the screen in my room. You won't see the machine reboot twice, but that's not anything special, so we can do without that. So this is all in real time, so what you're seeing right here is kind of what you'll get or what I'll get on my specific machine. Specs. Okay, so what else is going on here? So it's looks like it is also, it's printing the Ansible version, so that's the Ansible version 2.16. Oh, doing a bunch of stuff now. Okay, so it's running Ansible to configure and install a bunch of stuff. So enable the Ludus install service, enable helpful aliases, set up Ludus install status script, install bridge utils, and all these other things like DNS mask, JQ. And then, yeah, Ansible is super cool and things are going really fast. So that is ideal and nice. And it's good that we don't have to like smash the keyboard with our fingers and get these things going. Thank you, Ludus developers, for making this possible. Oh, looks like here's the first reboot. So what I will do here is just, I'm looking at my other screen and I'm seeing Lenovo pop up, and then it's just showing me kind of the grub version, Debian. Oh, and then it says booting Debian, saying some other stuff on the screen. And then it says Ludus. Ludus is installed and will reboot one time. So if I go ahead and open this session, we'll see the same thing. So Ludus is installing and will reboot one more time. So great. We're at 40%. I called it Ludus 3. And this is just some more informative information about the Debian. Last login today, this time from my host. Cool. Great. So last login was 9:13 and now it's 9:38. So I guess that kind of gives you an idea of how long that process took earlier. So this may take a little bit. I may just pause here, or I can give you a video that is exactly the length it took me to get things going. But this usually takes a little while. So I'm just going to stop it and start again. All right, we're back. So it just kicked me out again. So what we'll do here is go back to the Ludus 3, but I'm looking over at the other computer and I'm watching it kind of reboot because it just rebooted. And by the way, it's about 9:43. So we looked at it before, it was like around 9:38. So note the time there. And then now the Ludus screen is up and says 70%. So let me SSH to it. And now we're seeing the same thing. Now 70%. All right. So it says Ludus is installing and will not reboot again. So that is fantastic news. And I'm not sure how long this will take, but I'm going to stop the video and let it do its thing, and then I'll restart it again once it is at 100. But I'm looking over on my Ludus and it just says 80 over there, where mine hasn't changed over here. But if I exit out and I log back in, yep, 80%. Look at that. Oh, and now it says 90% when I look over. So if I get out of here again and I log back in, there it is, 90%. So I guess I can hang out here for a little bit longer because it seems like it's going fast. So we'll just wait here, just wait longer. Let me look at the instructions. So let's see here. So yeah, we're doing this piece. Then you can customize the install, the config YAML. Basically, that's kind of what we did here. And this is to, you can also modify this after install to accommodate different storage pools and ZFSs, which I am not doing. And apparently we'll be done. So let me look, oh, I just looked over at my screen and it looks like it's done. So let me exit out of here and log back in, and there we go. So we've got our UI right here. So if I click on that, open it up in here, paste it in. Your connection isn't private. Okay, sure. So now I'll just go as root because that's just what we are. So I'll log in. And as you can see, we have Proxmox 824. We have our Ludus 3 that I have. We have our local network, VMBR 1000. We have our data store, as you can see, almost 2 terabytes. And we have our share, which will be where our templates are. Yeah, so let me create a user. So back to the docs. So that's the next thing, create users. So we'll go in here. We'll do this, su root. Oh, was it sudo? Okay, well, anyways, we'll just do su this. Cool, we're root, fantastic. Then we want to do the status. So copy that. All right, Ludus install completed successfully. That is awesome. And then we have our root key. So I'll grab that. What I like to do just for now is in here, I have like this kind of stuff. And it looks like it already, it gave me the same IP address that I had for this before. So that's interesting. So anyways, I usually put it in here like that. Then I like to do I like to do, I'll just save it for now like that, and we'll see what's next. I'm going to get rid of this, these old things that we no longer care about, and we'll go back to create users. So there's the key. Now create your first Ludus user. Cool. This user will be an admin as we will specify this. Okay, cool. Warning, if the username you specify converted to a lowercase specs, replace this. I'm not going to worry about that. So we're going to prepend the Ludus key variable to the command to authenticate properly. So basically what I'll do here is I'll just copy this, and we'll do some, this is where this comes into play. I do all my stuff here. So I paste it here, and this is not the right root key that obviously the documents have. So I basically just replace that with this one, the right one. And then instead of John Doe, I'll just say server admin. And then we'll just say, I'll just call this one SA. Cool. And then what I do is I just copy that, save. And I go back to my favorite desktop. But let's go back here real quick though to the create users. So we're going to create a user. But just a special note, adding a space at the beginning of the command right here, so right here, will prevent it from being written to the shell's history file in most common shells. So what I also like to do is up here, when I do this, I will add a space. So then I grab that space, I'll just save this. I'll go here and I'll paste it in and I'll run it. So this takes a little bit. You'll see how much a little bit it is in a moment. But let's go back to reading some docs. So cool, it'll do this. Then you'll want to export the Ludus key for that user that it spits out. So back to here, I like to go back in here and I'll edit it and I'll come down here, paste, and then we'll put the key here eventually. I'll just save it for now. Let's go back to Ludus, and we're still waiting for the server to spit it out. Should be done here in definitely less than a minute. Hey, look at that. All right, cool. So I grab this typically. And again, I think you've seen the pattern here. So I like to open this up. I like to put it in here. Paste. And then what I do is I copy this piece and I put it in between here. Make sure there's not a space there. And now I can export this, but again, I want to leave a space. And I'll copy it. And I'll save this here. Come in here, paste it, boom. Great. All right, what's next? So cool, we're doing that. Get Proxmox credentials. Oh yeah, we could totally get the credentials for that user that we just created. So if I just put this in here, there's the credentials. I can now log in. So if I go, take that again. What we'll do is go here and hey, you guessed it. I put it in here. So let's go here, and then I'll just grab this, copy, save, go to Proxmox. I'll just log out. I'll be server admin and paste the creds. I'll log in, and now I'll also save it to here so I don't have to deal with that again. But now we're logged in. As you can see up here is server admin, and specifically we'll just see our server admin stuff. So that's cool. Let's go back and see what's next. What's this? As a reminder, you can still log into Proxmox console as the root user for most advanced configurations, such as adding disk to your Proxmox server or adding a separate NIC. Be careful not to break anything though. Now that you created a user, grab your WireGuard config and obtain your user creds from Proxmox, and then you can build your templates. Yay, build the templates. So WireGuard. So yeah, let's grab our WireGuard config. So what you can do there is you can do Ludus user WireGuard, if I can spell right. And boom, it spits it out. So we go from interface all the way to this 25. I like to do my VS Code stuff. I'm going to say Ludus. Well, wait, this is sa.conf. So let me really quick. I'm doing stuff on the other side of this thing really quick. Sorry about that. I need to make a new folder. I need to call it Ludus 3, and I will put this comp file there. But let me bring it over here. There's some other stuff I had open. I just didn't want you all to see it. So I paste it. So here it is, sa-conf. I called it. It's located, as you see, labs Ludus 3. And so I'll just say save, and we'll minimize that. Then I can look for my WireGuard right here. So I'm going to deactivate this one that I have currently going. And then I'll look for, not DEFCON 3. Let me move this a little bit and not show you all my stuff in the world. But I'll move it back because we got into Ludus 3, and there's my sa-conf. I'll open it. There it is selected, and we'll activate it. And now once we make the thing happen, we can get into the range. I don't think this is necessarily needed to make the templates, but it mentioned it in the docs, so I just did it right now. Okay, so we've got our user creds going. Let's build templates. So click the build templates. Okay, before you can deploy a range, you first must build the template VMs, base VMs without customizations that will be used in your range. Okay, so read this, but I'm just going to go straight to this right now just to kind of speed some things up. So I'll do the list. And as you can see, built is false on all this. Cool, we get Debian 11, 12, we get a Kali box, we get a Windows 11, and we get a Win 2022. Of course, you can add templates to this if you'd like, but this is just the base template list, and we'll just go with this for now. So if we go templates, well, I think it's Ludus templates, and then build, then it'll start building. So template building started. This will take a while. Like this takes a while, like a long time. I want to say like 30 minutes, maybe. I think. I don't know. We'll find out. It's like 9:55 right now. And I'm going to pause this. But before I do, I'm going to go back here. I'm going to read a little bit more just to just read more. So templates are the basis of every VM deployment by Ludus. Unlike other solutions, Ludus templates are built from scratch in ISO, and by design don't contain any customizations. This allows users to modify base templates into an arbitrary VM during a deploy without having to maintain a library of stale customized VMs. This focuses on infrastructure as code, allows Ludus users to create fresh, up-to-date VMs every deployment. The first step is to start the template build process. First, we can view the available templates as we did. On our fresh install, no templates are built, as we saw. Ludus will build them from an ISO file with checksums with the following command, which we did. To check the status of the template build, you can run template status, template list again, and follow the Packer logs. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's check it out. All right. We're doing the logs. So now we can see we are doing, like, for instance, we're on Debian 11. And it's doing all that, downloading and all that good stuff. We can also go here and look. As we can see right here, we have a Debian 11 and it's up. So if I click on it, and it's doing its thing to build out the template. And then once it's done, it'll actually convert this to a template. So like what that is it converts to a template, and the icon will look different. But right now it's a regular VM, and it's doing a bunch of commands in the background to build it. So cool. Just to show the other command template status, let's just do that just to, so you can see that. So I'm going to Control C out, and then I'll do a Ludus templates status. And that will basically say, hey, we're actually building this one. It's being built. So cool. And then we can also do, again, Ludus templates list. And once it's built, this will no longer say false. It'll actually say true. So that's pretty cool. So, all right, what else? Building templates will take a while, up to a few hours. Oh, sorry, not 30 minutes, a few hours. Glad I read this. Depending on your internet and hardware speed, if multiple VMs time out without getting created, there may be network issues. Control C to stop the following logs. Oh yeah, we did that with up here, so that's fine. You can also monitor template builds using the Proxmox web GUI, which we did. And okay, we did get the credentials like we did. Once all the templates have been built, you can deploy a range. Curious how templates work? Check out the templates page. So yeah, it's kind of cool. You can actually later on, once you deploy a range and your VM's up and you want to go in your VM and like maybe add some software, then what you could do is then you can then right click it, convert it to a template to whatever the name is that, like, say you added the software like a Sift workstation. So you just, call it Sift or whatever. So the next time you deploy a range, you actually reference that template and then you've already got your modified template with your modified software. Pretty slick. I like it. So here's deploy a range. We'll go into that later after the template has been built. So I will pause now and we will be back later. All right, welcome back. It looks like our build is complete and it's 10:44 for that. So cool. So if I go up to let's list the templates. Then now we have all true here under built. And I can do status. And no template builds are in progress. So we are done doing that. So let's look at the GUI really quick. So this is what server view looks like. And I think that's the default. But you can see that these icons are templated icons. What I like to do, though, is I like to change this to pool view. And so now we can see all the templates are under a shared pool. So Debian 11, Debian 12, the Kali box, Windows 11, and Windows 2022. And then here's our SA user. And so let's go over to build templates. And so we're down with that. We're done with that. So here's deploy a range. So let's go ahead and see what this range gives us. So it looks like this gives you, it should be the default range. So it gives you a Kali using the Kali template. It gives you the Windows 11 template. Gives you the server template. The server template makes a domain. The Windows 11 will go ahead and join as a member to that domain. Also install some extra Office stuff on it, and then Kali will be on that. So I won't even change anything on this, and we'll go back to the docs. So let's go ahead and do Ludus range config get, and then throw it into this YAML file. So we'll go in here, go down, and all right, there it is. Put that there. And let's go ahead and check out the next step. So the next step is to set that config. So let's set it so that it uses it. Cool, that looks great. And then the next thing we'll do is deploy the range. And that will just build the range. So we'll build that out. All right, range started. So if we go back to the GUI up here, it should populate this SA pool shortly. I'm not sure why this says erase data here, but let's see here. So Ludus range logs f. Oh, problem. All right. Well, I'm not going to troubleshoot that right now. What happened here at 10:44, which was just a little while ago? Oh, the Packer ISO volume. That's fine. Okay. So Ludus range Ludus user list. Ludus range errors. So the error is localhost failed connect host Ludus. Maybe because I call it Ludus 3. Maybe that's the problem. So, I mean, I guess I can go nano. Whoops. Nano. Oh my gosh. Nano. Let's see. Hosts. And just call it Ludus, like that. And I think I can also do some kind of set host name, but let's see if that just fixes things. It looks a little better. Oh yeah, it's starting to spin the stuff up. So okay, so may have to submit some kind of bug on that piece, but that's how things go. So yeah, it looks like we're going though. We're up and moving. That is nice. And yeah, it'll take a while for that to happen, so I'll cancel out of that. I'll do Ludus range status. You can see the status. So that looks like that. So it's deploying, and at the moment it's deploying this. So it's got a ways to go though. So I will stop now and call this pretty much done. Basically, it'll just completely run the rest of the range. Once you do status, you'll see all of this up, and then you'll be able to get the WireGuard config for the .2 and RDP into there. So these instructions are pretty good with this, but we already have the WireGuard. We already did that. It's already here and going for this range, but I probably need to check and make sure that it's still okay. All right, well, with that, I'm going to call this done, and thank you for checking this out, and I hope your Ludus installation goes well. Thanks, and have a great day. All right, this should be the last of it. So as you can see here, we've got a range deployed out. Here's our templates area. And if I go to here, I did do the Ludus status range, and now it's successful. It was still building, deploying at around this time frame, but it's good now. I don't know exactly when. Oh wait, last deployment 1049. Oh no, it doesn't really give you a like when it finished. I don't think. So, anyways, it didn't take too long. So with that, now that everything is done, we can do Ludus user WireGuard. And let's see here, what is this? 1011. So if I pull up my VS Code, we can see if that WireGuard is indeed the same as before. Oh yeah, it's the same. So we could use our same WireGuard configs to get into the range. So if we do like Ludus range RDP, then this will give you all the RDP files to access your range. There it is. So if I do ls, there's the RDP file. If I say, let's move it from RDP that to, we'll call it RDP L3.zip. Sure. And then we will move it to the temp directory. So we'll move RDP that to the temp directory. And then if I pull up my host computer and I say, let's see here, I want to SCP basically is what I want to do. So I want to SCP to this Ludus server using server admin. The address is not 152, but it is, what was it? I forget what it was. So it is 106. 106. So if we go back here and we do 106 and we pull the RDP L3.zip to our current directory, do that. I say yes. I give it my password. Permission denied? Weird. Strange. Well, anyways, once you get it, you can then import it into here and RDP to it. So let's let's just do it manually. So if we were to go like this Windows 11, we see that it is, this is the IP address, 21. So we can go MSTSC, paste it in there, connect. Username is, we'll say local user, and then password. We'll say okay. And this is good. That means we can get in. And then as you can see, yep. And then we'll say yes. And so, yeah, then we can log in and do whatever we want. So cool. That's pretty much that piece. And I think if we were to do, just to complete this, to do Kali is 10.2.991. So if we were to do this, with this port number 8444, we can then go into Kali, which is Kali, and I think it's password. Yep, and then we're in Kali. So there you go, the complete walkthrough in the new Ludus 1.5.1. Have fun.